Ready? Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Project Inagihan, a series called Abyan ko. So, for others who's not aware of Hiligay, no, I came from Iloilo. Abyan ko is like my friend. And I named that series in Project Inagihan because what we're gonna talk about here is mainly friendship. Our friendship, diba? So, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Llana. You can call me Llana, but everybody calls me in a lot. Madaming version ng pangalan. Liana, Lana, Eliana, Liana, but I will actually prefer to be called Llana. Okay, so mag-introduce na yung mga friends ko. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung mauna. So, tignan natin kung sino yung mag-volunteer, diba?
Ito na nga. Hello, everyone. So, my name is Angelou, and yeah, you can just call me Je. And you can call me Angelou as well. That's it. Done.
Hi, Je. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Je. Hi, my name is Glysdi. You can call me Glys, and I'm from Baguio City. It's good to be here, and it's nice to meet you all.
Wow! Yun pala, oh. Nagsabi agad ng address yung isa. Siyempre, I'm from Iloilo. And where are you from, Angelou?
Bulacan.
Yeah. So, we're not on the same place. Okay, so today we're gonna share actually the beginning of everything. Saan ba nagsimula tong friendship na to? Or where did we meet? When did we meet? But before that, for you to get to know us, we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. So, madali lang instruction na naman. Siyempre, diba? Raise mo yung hand mo. Raise your two hands and then may babanggitin ako, babasahin. So, if you've done it, alam mo na yung gagawin mo. So, let's get to it. First one, never have I ever stolen from my parents. Anything that you stole from your parents. Wow, Glysdi! Ang honest
They
na
know.
Sige, who wants to share?
Nung bata ko, yung mga coins, pambili ng chichirya.
Actually, same.
Yeah, only that though, only that. But then as I grew up, no more. I think maybe that was when I was around 6 years old, 7. Yeah, but then growing, not really.
Okay, next one. Made a mess and pretended it wasn't me, so someone else had to clean it up.
Oh, wait, I feel like I have, but no, it's not a mess, so no.
I think it could be just like yung mess na magulo talaga na bagay or something ginawa mong mali. Sa akin, ako lang pala yung bumaba ng kamay. I think it's more of sibling rivalry. Yung magkakalat ka sa bahay, tapos mag-iinarte ka na hindi ako yung gumawa noon, yung kapatid ko. Never have I ever projected my insecurities onto another person.
What does that mean?
I think what that person means is, for example, because I know who asked that. For example, if I start berating you for being pabibo-bibo in class, that's because I am like that too. Something like that.
I think unconsciously, subconsciously, I've done that.
Me too. Well, for me, I projected it to somebody that I didn't know. I guess because I don't remember directly confronting people for things like this. But I do look at people and judge them when I'm insecure of something, and then I reflect it on that person and say, oh, it's because this person is very selfish, kaya siya ganito, kaya siya ganyan. But I don't realize that that's actually something that I do. So I project it onto other people because at the same time I'm also insecure. So yeah, I've done that before, especially in my teenage years when you're getting jealous of other girls, you know. So yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, for sure, right? Okay, next. From the same friend. Never have I ever stolen something from a friend and haven't told them yet.
Stolen? For me, more like hiniram tapos hindi binalik.
Same actually. Ganun din. Pero ako, madali kasi ako mag-guilty.
I think in that way, I have.
Yeah.
Ako man naman, madaling mag-guilty. Yung parang, konti lang yung mali ko, magko-confess ako agad. Who wants to share something? Ano yung nangyari na parang, nakalimutan mo siguro ibalik, hindi mo na nasabi sa friend mo? Any specific story?
Okay. Hi, Pectra, if you are watching this. I still have your power bank. I still have your power bank. I did know that it was yours, but I was rushing that morning when Stella was in the hospital and we took turns watching over her. You left your power bank. I took it because I don't have any charging ports. I didn't tell you, and I still have it. It came home with me to the Philippines. So next time I see you in Cambodia, I'll buy you a new power bank.
Okay. Next one. Never have I ever kissed a girl.
On the cheek? Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere. Of course, anywhere. Your
Hello,
mom,
Hannah.
Your mom, your sister.
Special mention. And Momo.
Your friends. Shout out to Hannah and Momo. I think it will be hard
Hannah
to kiss
talaga.
Palin.
For me, it's really Hannah and only Hannah.
I think I did it to most of you guys.
But yeah, Angelou, she kissed me in the cheek. But
Yeah.
Hannah.
Okay, this is, I think, the 7th, 8th. I lost count. Never have I ever fell in love with a classmate.
Of course.
I have.
Which classmate is this? High school, college, elementary, kindergarten? But we all have, yeah?
All of the above.
All of the above.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's like fell in love, but for sure I had crushes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Never have I ever went to the school without brushing my teeth.
Kahit late ako. Hindi ko kaya.
No.
Hindi ko alam.
Kaya pala, Llana.
I think that counts more nung mga bata pa ako. Alam mo yun, parang ginagawa ko mag-ano.
Sana if mga bata tayo.
Yeah, diba? Pero kung tanong sana, never have I ever went to school without taking a bath, ayun. Hindi lang bata yun, diba? But yeah, I think brushing teeth, Nung bata, yes, but now,
Yeah, I think nung bata, to be honest, I don't really remember, but I think there's a possibility that I did not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we're down to the last. Never have I ever dined and dash. Who wants to share?
Ikaw na.
Pwede ka din mag-share. Interesting. Angelo, wala ka. Ano nga pangalan ng kinakainan natin malapit sa university? Tamansari?
Oo.
Oo.
Oh!
Yun. Mahilig ako bumili ng nasi goreng doon, di ba? One time, kumain ako doon kina kuya ng nasi goreng. Tapos never ko siya naalala na hindi pala ako nakapagbayad. So umalis na ako. Pasalamat naman kay kuya. Hindi naman ako hinabol ni kuya. But then, laundry time, we have schedule. I'm cleaning up yung mga pants na lalabhan ko. Tapos nakita ko may pera pa doon. Sabi ko, hala, hindi ako nakapagbayad kay kuya. Buti naman, I think mga ano na yon. 3 araw na nakalipas. Bumalik ako doon kay kuya. Kilala na din naman ako. Sabi niya, hindi ka nakapagbayad nung araw na yun. Sabi ko, oo nga kuya, sorry talaga. Ito na pang bayad ko. Ayun. Isang Tamansari lang. Ikaw, Glysdi.
Ako, I wouldn't, nag-camp kami ng mga minister's kids pa to ha, minister's kids camp. Tapos, kumain kami sa nearby na karinderya. Malapit sa campsite namin. That time, walang change si ate. So, sabi namin, sige ate, the next day na lang kami magbayad. Tapos, madami pa kami nun ha. Nakalimutan namin, promise, nakalimutan namin. Tapos yun, sabi ko, hala! Tapos minister's kids pa kami nun, oh my goodness. But yeah. Hello, ate, I'm not sure if you're watching this, pero hindi po lahat ng minister's kids.
Well, I think that's the end of Never Have I Ever. I think some parts of our story that we shared, you will kind of get ideas. Where did we all meet? How did it go? So, but right now, we're gonna particularly share how did we all meet and our first impressions. Who wants to share first?
Sige, ako na lang muna. Okay. First kong nakita si Llana sa embassy. Right? Sa Philippine Embassy. Yeah, kasi that time, before magpunta ng Indonesia, I was looking for someone to go with. And then Llana had the same flight with me. And so we met, yeah, at the embassy. And then, first impression ko when I saw her, I was like, wow, she's so independent. And I felt the not really, what's the right term? Like strong personality in terms of like being independent and like someone who can take care of herself really well. Yeah, and really kind then. Kasi imagine that was our first time meeting and then we're like, hi, hello, blah, blah, blah. And then I was this scaredy cat kasi nga, that was my first time going then sa embassy. And, I've never been, I wasn't the independent type of girl, So I'm like, wow, I really admired Llana when I first saw her. I'm like, wow, she's doing all these things by herself. And then I'm here, I don't know what to do. I need to ask my mom, Nay, paano to gawin? Nay, tulungan. And then Llana is just like, go there, do this, like that. And for Glysdi, we met here na, in Indo. Yeah. And my first impression, to be honest, I don't really, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I don't really have a first impression. But then, as we spent more time together, like Glysdi and I started thinking, ah, this girl. I mean, Glysdi also has a very strong personality. We all know that. But then, yeah, I really like how our craziness just with each other. So, yeah, and thinking about it, most of my friends have strong personality. Yeah? I think I'm the one. Yeah. I mean, my personality isn't that strong, but yeah.
You have those moments. You're so strong.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're a strong person, but it's just not the bold-faced type, you know? Very forward. Okay.
Yeah. So that's from me.
Who's next?
Should I point out?
Okay, I'll do
go,
it.
please.
I saw you pointing me. I'm not sure if I'm in the right direction though. So, ako naman, first impression ko, I actually, nang hindi nagsabi si Angelou, yung sagot ko sana, yung first meeting namin sa airport. Pero doon ko naalala, nagkita pa pala kami sa may, ano tawag nito? Nagkita na pala kami sa may embassy sa Manila. Syempre, galing ako Iloilo. I have to fly papunta sa Manila that time. So, yung sa isip ko ngayon, hindi nakafocus sa embassy. Nakafocus sa airport. And then, hindi ako pala open na tao. Like, I don't open myself immediately. And then this girl, nung nag-agree na kami na magsama kami sa my airport, share siya agad ng mga nararamdaman niya. And then she's immediately so sweet, malambing sa akin. And then, yung parang naging komportable agad yung pakiramdam ko sa kanya, yung affection ko sa kanya. Kasi, all out siya agad mag-share ng nangyari sa kanya, who she is, ganito, ganyan. So parang sabi ko, wow, this girl, very, very brave in sharing who she is. Ayun, so parang mas sa pagiging open niya, dun ako agad na-touch agad, na nag-open yung door ko agad na, magiging friend ko to, ganito. And at that time, nung nasa airport kami, yung naiwan siya, yung hindi natuloy yung flight niya, grabe yung, as in umiiyak ako, hindi dahil for my sake, hindi lang dahil for my sake, but also sabi ko, paano ba to? Mag-isa siyang magpa-fly, ganito, ganyan. Yung parang lagi akong nag-aalala sa kanya. And feeling ko hanggang ngayon, nadadala ko, yung parang lagi akong nag-aalala sa kanya. May lagi akong side na ganun sa kanya na nag-aalala ako kung may nangyayari sa kanya. Kay Glysdi na naman, hindi ko particularly masabi yung specific day na nag-meet kami face-to-face. Because for sure, when I arrived sa Indonesia, nagkita kami agad sa lodging area, diba? But then, one thing na makonsider ko, I met her first through social media. Kasi nakita ko sa account niya na sabi ko, taga Baguio pala to, ganyan. Sabi ko, bakit wala siya sa group chat? Kasi right after na parang na-accept ako sa UPH, nagkaroon agad ng ITC group chat. Tapos andun si Kuya Carl, sina Angelou, and all of our batch na Pinoy, di ba? Tapos sabi ko, pupunta din pala to sa Indonesia, ba't hindi to na sa group chat? Syempre, I add her. Parang ganun. So, yun yung parang first meet up ko sa kanya. Pero nagkaroon ako ng first impression sa kanya nung naging roommate kami. And then she suddenly went to me and nag-share siya ng something na ganun din. May hindi din pagkakaintindihan. Ako naman, bad listener. Hindi ko alam na may problema pala. Tapos ayun, doon ko nasabi, this girl, direct. She knows what's the problem and she's gonna go for it and find a way to solve the problem. So ayun, problem solver. Ikaw na, Glys.
Okay. So bago ko i-share naman yung mga first meetup and first impressions ko sa inyo, from the beginning, I was an introvert. So you can consider that I wasn't the one who approached these two, pero silang dalawa nag-approach sa akin at na-adopt ako. So, starting with Angelou, I don't think I've spoken to her much the minute that I arrived and the moment that I arrived, because I think she already met some friends agad, and then she was going with them, and I was like really focused. Okay, myself, careful and everything. So I wasn't really looking for friends. But really, the distinct thing I remember from Angelou was when she made adobo in the kitchen. She asked me if I wanted some. And then that really moved me, because I realized that not I came there thinking that everybody will be my enemy. Because I was really scared, because it's my first time to be alone. But that scared turned into boldness and like very strong, and not in a good way. So when she invited me for to eat adobo, nahiya ako kasi I knew that we are because it's our first time there, right? And we spent a lot of money, and I was so shy to take from her food, because I was thinking, hala, I think she made this for herself. I don't want to consume naman from her. But then she said that she made it for most of the Filipinos. And then the thing is, yung mali niya noon was masyado mahal siguro yung pinagbilhan niya ng chicken, kasi she told me the cost of everything. I realize now it's way more expensive than how we learned the currencies and all. So that was my first impression of her, that she's always open. And the thing is, I wasn't open agad. So yung irony of how we became friends was, I think when she wrestled with me, she wrestled me in bed when she came over to our rooms and all. And then I was like, oh, okay. I have somebody I can punch and she will not be offended, because I'm like that. So I think that's where I started warming up to her, when she became physically aggressive, which is very weird. But I realized, oh, she's not sweet and soft. She's rough, and so I like that. And so don't be fooled. And then kay Llana naman, yeah, I met her on social media, and just like Angelou, she approached me first, and I thought that she was very bold to do that, because I can never speak to strangers online. So I was kind of, wow, good for her, she's bold enough. But also understood why she had to do it. And then even though I knew her from social media, again, I wasn't looking for friends. So I remember sorry, Llana, the horror that I felt when I was in the kitchen, and then she already arrived, and she was like, "Are you Glysdi?" I wasn't looking forward kasi talaga to make friends, but then she said, "Are you Glysdi? Hi, it's me, Llana. You were talking to me." And then she talked a lot already, and I'm like, So yeah, my first impression of Tiana was she was independent, bold, and she can approach people easily and do things for herself. But yeah, that was my first impression of her. And yeah, until time with these, even though first I was open, even though I'm direct but I'm not open, they still stuck around.
Ang ganda, no? Like, I think we shared our first impressions before, pero parang ang ganda siyang ma-throwback, ma-recall. Ay, ganito pala yung mga impression namin sa isa't isa dati. Maybe you will help me just to give everybody a big picture. We were all aspirants to be a student sa university sa Indonesia. I applied for that scholarship to be a teacher. And nag-apply ako at nakapasa ako. That's why I went to Indonesia for my college degree. Same tayo lahat, 'di ba? At doon kami nagkita-kita. Sa university na yun sa Indonesia. When was the point that you think, this girl will be my friend? Like, ako una, kay Angelou, I never, hindi na una yung thought ko na ganun. Parang naging spontaneous na lang siya na lagi kami magkasama. So we always go together. We hanged out with the same friends. So yun agad yung hindi ko napag-isipan na, this girl will be my friend. But then there was a down part in our first years na we had the time, I think, we shared with one another what we felt. And then we kind of agree na parang, relate ako sa'yo, relate ka din sa ganitong struggles nating dalawa. And that was the point na nasabi ko, this girl, we will really going to be good friends. With Glysdi, I think parang dalawa siyang stage. Yung first stage when she confronted me that I wasn't being a good listener to her. Naalala ko na sa likuran pa yun ng professor's office sa harap ng pool when she asked me na mag-talk kami. Then I'm like, I really respect this girl. Tapos may mali pala akong nagawa sa kanya as dormmate. Di ko sure as dormmate ba yun yung problem namin or as classmate. Kasi yun nga, me being bad listener, I don't even know how that problem started. Pero shinare niya sa akin, sinabi niya sa akin, tapos sabi ko, I'm gonna be more careful and be more open and listener kay Glysdi. And then I think the second stage, when she, di ko sasabihin particularly what problem, but she's been struggling to this thing. And then she asked me to be her accountability partner or to be yung tao na magpe-pray for her. Tapos I really took it sincerely and seriously in my heart kasi I know it was very hard. Sabi ko, I will pray for Glysdi every night na para she will overcome that battle within her. Tapos, doon ko nasasabi na parang na-realize ko na friend ko to because I've been praying for her. And then, somewhat na, dahil lang din dun sa confession niya sinabi niya, parang dire-diretso na naging mag-sync kami lagi, nagkakaintindihan kami.
Ang dami niyo kayang away ni Llana. Naalala ko pa nung nagtataguan kayo ng gamit. Mga mongoloid kayong dalawa.
Angelou, isa lang yung away natin, Angelou.
Kailan yun? Yung Doritos na buwi.
Ay, naalala ko yun. Kwento sa akin ni Llana. Tapos,
grabe talaga. Sabi ko, wala tong tiwala sa akin tao. Sabi ko, wala kang tiwala sa akin.
Feeling ko yun yung pinaka ko, childish na attitude ko na nalabas ko kay Angelou. Anyways, that's another story.
Yeah, okay. That's another story. For next time. Okay, go Glys.
Starting with Angelou, like I said, kasi siguro hindi ako sanay sa very sweet people. I'm very used to people, to friendships that are very quiet and not affectionate at all in some ways. So, yung style ni Angelou kasi, no, she very sweet, very touchy, mahilig siya mag-touch. Pero ako kasi, hindi ako mahilig sa touch. So, I remember her feeling so bad kasi she wanted to hug me one time. Tapos sobrang nagulat ako. Kasi, alam mo, the way she hugs is so slow and so gentle. Yung nakatayo ka lang, and then she'll go like this. Like that to you. And then sobrang nagugulat ako. And then, I know I hurt her several times because I always flinch away. And hindi siya personal, Angelou. I hope you know. Pero sobrang nagugulat talaga ako. And at the same time, it wasn't my love language. So, for me, that time, I had this very shallow thinking that the way I like to be loved should be the only way I will perceive love. So for me, that was just spending time and talking. So when Angelo does physical touch or lagi siyang nag-aaya, I don't look at it as love. I don't see it as her act of friendship, which was very shallow of me noon. So I she had always been sweet, but I was not responsive to it. I'm so sorry, Angelo. Tapos, but I think for me the turning point was when we went to Daan Mogot for our internship, and she was our we were four girls in one bed, and that horrified me because again I don't like touching and then sharing beds, but because again this is when Angelo like one time bigla niya akong rinestle dun sa bed, and then it made me miss my brothers, and it made me go back to my childish self, and it made me remember na, oh, and it made me realize to na, oh, so this is how Angelou loves. She actually cares about me. And that was like a realization for me that even when she was wrestling me, na parang she does care about me. Hindi yung iniisip ko na it's just her way of doing things. So I think for me that was the turning point when we started to be physically more together. I started to receive it more. Um, yun, like eating together when we can, because she was in primary and then I was in high school. But in those moments, in those laughters, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the lighter side of friendship that I never got to appreciate. So that I think that's how I really started to look at Angela like, oh, she's a friend that I can keep. I can actually keep, hindi lang yung friend na shallow. And at the same time, when we were working, again, I'm not the type of spontaneous calls. I'm not the type to visit people, but she will always invite. So I remember there would be weekends na I will go over to their place, and then yeah, it made me realize that I really missed her hugs and her touches, that things that I don't like before, but when she was gone, char, di ba, you don't appreciate it when it's gone. When she was gone, I really started craving it. So whenever I'm there, I milked it for all it's worth. Like kapag katabi ko siya, ganun na. Ay, hindi ako marunong mag eh, ganun lang ako. Pero hindi ko alam kung napapansin ka, ganun lang. So, so for me, it was, yeah, during internship and during our working times. For Liana naman, alam kong it went through a lot of stages because I can't even remember. Oh, I'm so bad. I can't even remember which friends I had in first year. But I do remember it. But I at the same time I understand, because first year we were all like, we immediately attached to people without even realizing if, oh, these are, we should be friends. So Liana definitely was not one of my friends noon because of that incident, that I thought she wasn't listening to me. But when I saw that she started to learn from it, I'm like, oh, I can actually confront people and hindi sasama yung loob nila. They're not gonna get mad and hold it against me forever and stay away from me. They actually learn. So that's when I'm like, oh, I think this is a person worth keeping around. But then we weren't friends yet. It's then when we became roommates, dorm mates, um, I started to see her a lot more, grouped a lot more, sabay with everything a lot more. And I think it's those little moments and yung mga random na sharing niya na, ako din, I feel this way, because she has a strong personality. And when she says something about her past, I'm like, ah, oh, I'm normal. Ganon. So that's how I started to become friends with her, in those little moments. And dun ko din na-realize na, okay, she can understand me. So I think I can share yung mga bigger struggles ko that I'm too shy to tell people, or I'm too scared to tell people. So yun, I approached her. It was then that I realized that you can really have friends. Like for Angelo, I didn't approach her because I thought that she really wanted like fun or more lighter things. So, but then I realized I can have both pala with her. And same thing with Liana. I thought that it would always be serious about studies and everything, but I realized I can also take it to a more spiritual uh, friendship. So yeah, I'm glad to have this two balance.
We all have individual and direct relationship towards one another in different directions, diba? But I think it was really that time in Dan Mogot where we all put it together. Tayong tatlo, not just me towards Angelou, me towards Glysdi, but us, three of us together. Sino ba naman? Hihiga ka sa bed, apat kayo. Also, agree ako kay Glysdi, kay Angelou. Like, I think Glysdi and I has the same love language somehow. Kasi, hindi din ako mahilig sa touch. So, hindi ko na-appreciate una yung love language ni Angelou. But yeah, it's the distant that reminds us sometimes ng importance ng hug. So, when I was in Makassar, doon ko talaga confess ako kay Angelou. Sabi ko, sorry Angelou for hindi ko binibigyan ng malaking importansya yung mga gestures mo.
Okay, so for me, to Llana, I think it was more like, alam mo, parang love at first sight, pero more like friendship at first sight. Parang ganun. Ako kasi meron akong parang ang judger pakinggan, pero meron kasi akong instinct na parang once I see and meet this person, I'll be like, oh, I think I'll be friends with this person. Or I have something like, I don't think we match. I don't think we're gonna be friends. Something like that. But then for Llana, the moment I met her, I'm like, oh, interesting. Like, I think we're gonna be friends. So I think it was like more like friendship at first sight. And then as we just like what Llana said a while ago, we started hanging out together more often. So I think as we did those things together, nag-deepen din yung friendship namin along the way. And yeah, I think mas na-confirm ko din yun. Same thing with Llana, what she said a while ago. I really like how open-minded she is with everything. And really, very respectful sa decisions ko. And yeah, very supportive. She was there, I think, almost most of the time, very and adjusting sa like living here kasi nga syempre we were so young when we left Philippines, right? So yeah, I think that really deepened our relationship, like friendship. And until now, so yeah, I'm really grateful to have you and Glysdi. Speaking of Glysdi, so for Glis, I think I really like how Glysdi and I can be serious and crazy at the same time. Nagmamatch yung brain cells namin. Lalo na pagdating sa mga, alam mo yun, very random. Actually, people told me na weird daw ako in some way. And very random din in some way. And I just really like how Glysdi and I would just, like click with those kind of things and be open then to each other about serious things. And I agree with what Gliss and Llana said na mas nag-deepen yung friendship namin tatlo when we were in Danmogon. Kasi nga we were living in the same house. And alam mo, like, you know how people say na mas makikilala mo yung isang tao once you live in the same house. So I think that's what happened to three of us then. So we get to know the good side and the flaws or whatever, like good and bad. We get to accept those things. I'm really grateful that we can be vulnerable, happy, and all those roller coasters together, and even until now. I just really love how we have each other's back. I mean, right now we're working, and to be honest, we don't really talk that much, right? Not messaging often. And personally, for me, I don't like text message as well. I prefer call or like video call to talk to my friends, including you both. So yeah, but then knowing na we have each other's back. Now we're still friends, even though we don't talk that much. Just really makes me feel grateful sa friendship natin. Kasi it's hard. To be honest, it's hard to maintain those kind of friendships na minsan lang kayo nag-uusap and everything. And especially right now na magkakahiwalay tayo, di ba? We're not living in the same place or near each other na pwede lang mag-meet up and everything. So I praise God for holding us together, and that we are able to grow individually and together throughout like this time and through this friendship that we have. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Like, actually, it's, yun nga, sabi nga na Angelo, for keeps talaga, and it's very rare for you to be able to maintain that relationship despite of the distance. Oo, dati, nung nasa college tayo, yung magkasama tayo, we wouldn't really see things na nakikita natin ngayon na meron ng distance. And somehow, at least to me, it gives me a lot of positive side kasi I have things na na-realize ko, hindi ko to na-appreciate dati, pero mas na-appreciate ko to ngayon in my friendship with you. Okay, I think hindi tayo tatagal. We're gonna do the last question. What did you learn about friendship from the experiences and from the relationship that we have together? Okay,
ako na lang. Yeah. Sige, ako na lang muna. I think what I learned from this friendship, actually not only this friendship, but friendship in general, I think for you to really build good relationship or good friendship, you have to be open to feedback. Kasi nga, di ba, we are and just like what we mentioned a while ago, my different love languages, different way of communicating to one another. So I think it's really important that we are open to those kind of things and to adjust them for that friend. We have to work together for the friendship to work. Kasi to be honest, if we don't, even just like simple things like asking how are you or those kind of things, those are like very simple, right? But then if we don't really do it, malaking factor siya na yung parang nakakapagkalawang ng friendship. Parang like we don't notice na little by little we're growing apart. So yeah, like those small things, very important. And I think friendship with God being in the center really makes a whole lot of difference with any kind of friendship that we have. Kasi for me, if we don't have God like in this friendship, being the center of this friendship, we won't be able to adjust to each other's, personality or to each other's love language na hindi naman natin gusto, or to just even show care genuinely. So yeah, and I praise God for that kasi we both have, the same, we are both, all of us are on track spiritually then. So yeah.
Ako, I agree. Especially that part when Angelo says na yung parang open ka to receive feedback, and that part where God is the center of this friendship. Kasi iba talaga yung power of you're praying for your friend. I think it goes with any relationship, yeah. When you pray for that person, parang merong attachment na invisible line na nagli-link kayo together. Anyways, yung sa akin naman na something I learned about friendship in general from our relationship. There was a time I felt threatened na dumistansya tayo sa isa't isa. Me going to Makassar, Angelou staying in Jakarta, and Glysdi going home in the Philippines. We thought that we're gonna be together on the same path, on the same timeline. Parang, yeah, it's very cliche, pero parang yun yung pumasok sa isip ko kasi, oh yeah, we're friends, so we're gonna do this all together. So, I know I've been open and supportive with our decision and you guys also sa akin, but I know I have also that part in my mind na I wanna hold back you, Angelou and Glysdi, na sana magkasama tayo, di ba? But then, dun ko nakita na despite of us going apart, we're trying to pursue different goals now, different purposes. Iba pa rin pala talaga when you have that friendship that you always initiate to understand that person. You understand that person, but at the same time, hindi ka nagtotolerate lang if ever may mali talagang ginagawa yung kaibigan mo. You are always there to understand and see the way they perceive things, the way they experience that situation right now. But at the same time, parang nagiging yung equalizer. Kasi that's what I learned at least on my part na I understand, I will try to see your perspective, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you this other perspective to help you weigh out din naman ng mga experiences mo. And then I think from that point then, I received those same supports, those same understanding from you guys. So yeah, I think friendship, even though we're going apart, even though we're on different timelines and different ways, when we always choose to understand and also choose to support others in means of evaluation, gaya nga ng sabi ni Angelou, telling what is right and what is wrong, and also praying to God. So I think that's what I learned in friendship.
Okay, back to me. So, for me, siguro, since same naman tayo na about open communication and feedback, I think the value that I found there is when you're constantly not constantly talking, but when you're constantly communicating with your friends about maybe your struggles or some problems or gaps that you have with them, they will also learn to understand how you think. And I found that so important kasi in the future, when you have big decisions to make by yourself and you talk to your friends who know you, who know how you think, they really help you a lot. And they, at the same time, let's say a problem happens and you start doubting yourself, you start doubting whether you did right or wrong, you have your friends as an assurance na who will tell you na it's because I know you, this is not true. Parang ganon. It's a big reassurance. Like sometimes I feel like there are decisions that I make that are selfish or they're not good. But then later on when I talk about it, they will these two will be like, no, I don't. You're not that kind of person, or no, that is not how you think. I understand why you did this. It's maybe because da. Having those people really reassure you. At the same time, it's also a blessing that you have the same God because you know that you're aligned sa values nyo. So, let's say, baka nga nagkamali ako sa thinking ko, baka nga nagkamali ako sa decision ko. At least, we are in the same mindset or we value the same thing, so we're able to correct each other. That's what I learned about friendship. And second thing, yeah, especially with Angelo, was that you need to learn to appreciate how to receive love languages from other people. Kahit na, let's say, this is how you give, this is how you receive, you can't say naman na this person doesn't care about you dahil iba yung love language niya. And yeah, I think same with Llana. It's something that I regret din with Angelo na I wasn't able to appreciate it more until it was gone. I mean, I've appreciated it later, but when the opportunity was gone already to have somebody constantly beside you to, I don't know, poke you or nudge you or touch you or hug you, parang para you're in the professional world na kasi it's like, oh, I need love. Ganun. So really, it's love languages differ. So even though you receive a certain way, don't limit yourself. Yeah, that's something I really learned. A big thing I learned from this friendship.
I really love our conversation kasi we know when this conversation is about me, we know when this conversation is about Glysdi, and we know when this conversation is about Angelou. Kasi normally, conversations I hear and conversations I had with other people, sometimes I shared my problem or I shared just some of my highlights, and their response is not necessarily from that experience, but it's more of their own story din. So parang at least dito sa friendship na meron tayo, dun ko na nakikita na when I shared my problem, I really feel na you guys care for me because we focus on that problem. We focus on my problem. Or when Angelou shares her problem, I try my best to make it's Angelou's turn this time. So I have to step back and make her shine. Same with Glysdi. So something I learned in conversation when you don't always have to bring your story out there. You can be just listening and try to respond talaga ng totoong responding sa pinag-usapan nyo.
Oo. Actually, idadagdag ko din yan. This is why, I don't have a problem with it with you kasi, Llana. Kasi when in big groups, may gusto akong ikwento, lagi akong naka-cut off or laging nado-dominate ng iba. Kaya lagi kong na-appreciate si Angelo kasi sasabihin niya, okay lang, at least di nakikinig ako, gaganon siya, either very loud and sarcastically so that others will listen, or kasi nakaka-discourage, di ba? or if not, I will just kwento it with her. I feel like that's one of the memorable things din with Angelo for me. I didn't have that problem kasi with Llana before. Nakikinig kasi lagi siya. In groups, I don't think I've had that experience kasi, and Llana is there. But usually sa big groups, Angelou is there and then something like this would happen. Lagi siya, okay lang, nakikinig ako.
Though in class discussion, I appreciate Glysdi because she will PM me and tell me, nasosobrahan ka na sa kaka-participate. Let me gusto ko din makinig or gusto ko din magsalita. I think there was a moment na sinabihan niya ako na dahan-dahanan mo na yung pagpa-participate mo. I do appreciate that.
You know, you guys have been complimenting me, giving you hugs and everything. So I want to give back the compliment to you for adjusting for me. I know it's not hard, and most of you actually, I don't know, most of my friends doesn't really like physical touch. So yeah, I will be honest. I there were times na parang I felt sad kasi baka I was thinking, baka they don't really like me, that's why they don't want me to hug them. Alam mo yung mga ganong times. I know hindi ganon yung naramdaman, but then like way back before, di ba, nung mga bago-bago pa tayong friends, na hindi pa ganon ka deep and hindi pa ganon kalalim yung understanding natin towards each other. But then later on, I really appreciate na maybe you still find it cringy sometimes or uncomfortable, but still thank you for letting me show that kind of love towards you guys. So yeah.
Just so you know, mas prefer ko pa rin mag-wrestling.
I have no problem naman. If you want to wrestle. I mean,
Di ba?
I know this is a conversation for Project Inagihan, but then actually na-appreciate ko siya personally for our friendship. Parang this is a language of affirmation na we do appreciate our friendship individually and us together, diba? So, thank you for giving your time sa pag-share and I miss you all. Oh my gosh.
Iyak na yun.
iyakan na ba? Iyakan na ba tayo?
Angelo, napansin mo ba na yung pinaka-dominante sa atin, siya pala yung pinaka-baby?
Oo.
Di ba?
By months na yun, di ba? Hindi na yun napapansin kasi pareho na tayo nagtatrabaho. Mga ate naman eh.
Actually, mas matanda po kami kay Llana, FYI. Mas matanda po kami sa kanya.
2 months lang.
Actually, sa ating 2 days na.
Oo. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you for your time. And please do like and subscribe Project Inagihan. And thank you for my friends, Angelou and Glysdi, who's been supportive in many ways. Okay, and I think that's where we're gonna end our conversation. Thank you, Angelou and Glysdi, for your time. And this has been Project Inagihan, Abyan Series.
Abyan Series!
Thank you. Bye-bye. Please don't forget to like, subscribe.
Bye!
Bye! Thank you, guys. Love you.
Thank you. Love you. Seriously, love you.
I love you!